Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a great Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. Today I'm going to be going over my 2019 Make 9 list. I hope to be much more successful than I was last year. Last year I only knocked off 2 things. I think that's because I would get distracted with like other sewing challenges like the Sew My Style and whatnot, and just overwhelmed myself. So this year I think the Make 9 may be my only challenge that I'm committing myself to, just so I don't overwhelm myself with all the stuff that I want to do and want to make, but because time constraints and the fact that I'm not exactly the fastest at sewing, it kind of prevents me from finishing things on time. So I'm gonna do my Make 9 a little bit different this year. So I was having a look at my sewing space and realized I have tons of fabric and tons of supplies for projects that I wanted to make throughout last year but never got around to. And so I'm going to use the Make 9 this year to actually get those projects done. So instead of like adding new things to what I want to make, I'm going to use it as a tool to help me sew up and use what I have in my stash. And that's mainly because Mike and I move every couple of years, and I was just looking around and I remember saying, you never know how much stuff you have until you have to pack it up and move. And so as I'm like looking around, this is a lot of stuff to move. And I don't want to move it all, and I want to use it all, which is why I have it. So that's why I decided to make my Make 9 stuff that I have that I wanted to make last year but didn't get around to making it. So, and I have, you know, the patterns for all of this stuff, the fabric for all of this stuff. I may have to pick up a couple notions here and there, but I think I have pretty much everything that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and pop a picture of my Make 9 over here. So the first one is the Grainline Studio Cascade Duffel Coat. I wanted to make this for fall, but that did not happen because I got intimidated by the fabric that I was going to use, which was a plaid coating. And as I thought more about it, I realized that I've never made a coat before, so maybe using a fabric that I would have to pattern match would not be the best idea. So I'm going to not do that one, but make one out of a really nice red wool coating that I picked up from Mood, and it's going to have like a navy lining on the inside. And I'm really excited to get that done because I've seen some pictures on Pinterest of some red duffel coats, especially ones made by Burberry, and they look so beautiful. And they look like really sophisticated and grown up, and so I'm really excited to have that in my wardrobe. Okay, next is the Closet Case Patterns Carolyn Pajamas, and I want to make those out of this black and white gingham brushed flannel fabric that I picked up from Guthrie and Ghani. Probably the end, was it towards the end of this year, maybe the beginning? I don't know, I've had that fabric for a while, so see, this is why I need to like use up my stash because I can't remember when I got these fabrics. Alright, next is the Tessuti Patterns Bondi dress, and this came out, I want to say the middle of this year, and I saw Jessica Lorraine had a gorgeous palm leaf print that she made hers in, and that's what sold me on this dress, because she just looks so beautiful in that dress. And but I'm going to be cheating, and because I bought the dress, or the fabric that the sample was made out of, because I also liked that as well. It's like a really nice washed white linen, and I think that's gonna be great for summertime because, you know, it's crazy how hot it gets here considering how cold it gets. I've really never lived anywhere where I've had both ends of the spectrum of temperature. So right, I picture wearing that with like espadrilles or gladiator sandals or wedges with like a straw bag. That's how I'm envisioning in my mind that I would wear this dress. Alright, next is a vintage Vogue pattern. It's Vogue 1532. Let's see. You can't really tell in the square, so I'm going to go ahead and pop a picture of the pattern up here real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This looks like something that I would have worn growing up, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. Just like the style of the dress, and I feel like I would still want to wear it now. This I want to make out of like a blue and white striped fabric. Oh, okay, this one I don't have fabric for. I think this is the only pattern that I don't have fabric for. So what I picture in my mind is having this for like spring and summer, and I want it to be blue and white, like thinner stripes, and kind of like a seersucker look, but out of like a cotton fabric. So I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, where like the blue is like a little bit lighter. And I want to play at the stripes, so I was thinking of having like stripes go horizontal, like across the bodice, and then vertical up and like for the skirt. So I think that would be kind of like a fun project for me, because I've never really done anything like that, and I think that will look really nice for summer. Next is the True Bias Lander pants, but I want to make the shorts version. This was part of Sew My Style for 2018, and I bought all the fabric. So I got white denim because I wanted to wear it for 4th of July. So I bought like the denim, the buttons, and the lining for the pockets, but ran out of time, so I never got around to making it. And I think that's when I stopped with Sew My Style, because I kept falling behind, and then trying to catch up took up all my time to where everything else I wanted to make I didn't have time to make. So this year I'm going to make those pants, because like I said, I have the fabric and I wanted to make it, and I think it'd be a great wardrobe staple. Okay, next is the Greyline Studio Archer button down. I want to make this one out of a really nice denim shirting, and my inspiration for this one was my husband and I were watching Luke Cage on Netflix, and Rosario Dawson, her character, what's her name? Character's name, Claire, I think, wore a shirt much like that, and I saw that and I'm like, I really like that shirt, and I'm like, I can make that shirt. So I'm going to make that shirt. I'm thinking about making it with like dark wood buttons that I picked up a couple years ago. If they're the right size, I think I'm going to make it. So it'll be like a nice dark denim shirting with like dark wood buttons. I think that would be like a really nice touch. Alright, the next one is the Noodlehead Caravan Tote. I really want to make a bag, and I was watching Claire from Penguin and Pear. She made a bag on her Vlogmas, and that really inspired me to actually make one, because my Make 9 last year, I wanted to do the Noodlehead Explorer tote, but bag making intimidated me. But when I watched Claire's video, she made it look more simplified than what I was picturing in my head. I thought it would be like very difficult and just frustrating. But her Vlogmas actually inspired me to make a bag this year. So that is on my list. I think this bag is going to be one of those bags that I like carry around with me, like a farmer's market, or if I'm not using it, it'll be one that I keep in my car, to where I can just like put stuff in and bring it back into the house, because my car hasn't, okay, I don't want to say my car has an issue. I have an issue with like leaving stuff in my car all the time. So because it's a little bit, I don't really carry around totes every day. I'm more of a crossbody type person, but totes come very handy when you have to like go shopping or bring stuff in from your car. Alright, next is the Thread Theory Fairfield Button Up. This was on my Make 9 last year, and this was also supposed to be a Christmas gift for my husband last year and the year before, and probably the year before that. But I just never got around to making it, mainly because I've been intimidated, and it's just always been pushed on the back burner, and I feel bad because he's asked me for flannel shirts, and I have the fabric, and they're always going to be Christmas gifts, but I never got around to making them. So this year I'm going to make it a point to at least get the muslin done, probably by the fall time. That way I can actually make those shirts for Christmas. Okay, and then the last one is a Vintage Vogue Pattern 2883. This was on my Make 9 for 2018, and I've decided I'm going to do it. I have all the fabric now. I just have to not be nervous to use the vintage pattern. and it's going to be made out of a really nice mint crepe fabric. And yeah, so that's what I have planned for 2019. Hi, Pepper. Sorry, do you guys see Pepper's tail at all? Oh, probably not. She's out of the frame. Okay. But yeah, so those are my plans for my 2019 Make 9. And if you guys like this kind of video, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and leave me a comment below letting me know if you all are going to partake in Make 9 challenge this year, or just whatever you guys have planned that you want to make for 2019. And I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye.